How are we doing today? My name's DJ Mark. We are going live. It's time for a masterclass. I am live on Facebook. I got to push the button over here. Hang on. Live on Instagram. And I was going to check YouTube. Let's check YouTube. Let's see if I'm live on YouTube. It says, yes, I am live. So here we go. All right, friends. What we're doing here is we are absolutely going to run complete control of mastering DJing in a beautiful way. Okay, set. I like to do a little preamble here. This is not a series per se. It's just me prepping for the next wedding that's going on. I'll be with Instagram for just 60 minutes. That's the deal. Can't go longer than 60 minutes. So, and I'm not really redoing it. So if you want to see a replay of this, I'm probably going to start deleting all of these videos from Facebook. It saves on Facebook and it saves on YouTube. And so you could probably watch a replay for the next 7 days. But basically what you're seeing here is my wedding prep. I am comfortable. I'm actually not at the beach, green screen here, but it feels good to see that I've got waves crashing in the background there. I'm actually sitting comfortably in my home, in my house, where I have my my studio here. Studio for all kinds of stuff. My music, I'm a musician, and studio for this green screen, this wedding prep deal. And I started going to, I went to one of the AIs and said, what is it? What can I call this thing? I'm showing the professional, whatever, the behind the scenes, and it says, what you're describing to me is as I said, is it a symposium? What am I doing here? No, what you're describing here is a masterclass. You are explaining the details of your craft, being the professional that you are. So that's exactly what this is. It's a masterclass. How do I even know it's a masterclass? Why do I even have the guts to go on here and to explain things in a way that you can understand it? Now, it's because of my 16 years now being the number one rated DJ for 11 of those 16 years, coming up on 12 years, by the way. It's just going to keep climbing. I'm not going to let it slip because if I slip, then I'm slipping. Somebody said one time on a track a long time ago. I don't play that song. That'd be cool. It'd be cool to mix, though. And just keep getting better and better and better. I mean, is it possible to keep getting better? Well, of course there is. There's always new digital technology coming down the pike, and that is one of the reasons why my profession in this beautiful wedding industry is the barrier to entry is decreasing, right? Decreasing. I actually don't know about that, but I actually tried to talk myself into the opposite of that the other day. So what you're watching right now is a preamble. Let me just go ahead and set this up. What we're going to do today on the show, which is not really a show, it's just my little masterclass, is I'm going to prep a wedding that I'm about to do, my next wedding. I've got everything from the bride. But I like to do this little preamble here and just kind of chit-chat about what's on my mind. I do want to explain the show, though. Probably get better at doing it. Maybe I'll stop explaining the show, but I want to get your feedback. Somebody's already given me some reaction. I see a thumbs up here. Thank you so much. Leave a comment, too. If you have any questions, by the way, anybody, have any questions about anything wedding related. Now, this is really focused on questions from people that are about to get married, brides that are just like lost maybe. But I don't want to make the show about answering questions. But if you do throw in a comment, I will do a shout out for you. And if you do have a question, I'd love to help answer it. But what I'm doing here is basically explaining, and I really did a good job because between the last time I did a show, I started pontificating on the idea, and I've had this idea for a long time, and I've never made a meme out of it. But my idea was that I can say with 100% certainty, without doubt, that your wedding DJ ties the bow of your wedding. Because this is just the best way to look at it. I'm not, think about all the money you're spending on the dress, the tuxedos, everything wedding related, the venue, the cake, the flowers, everything you can imagine, right? It's all separate if you really think about it. It's all a la carte. But aren't they really supposed to be brought together in this big, huge hug? Who's doing that? Who's bringing this entire thing and tying this wedding bow? It's your DJ. It's your master of ceremonies. It could be your band. But since I'm a DJ, I'm going to focus on the fact that we're going to talk about DJ tying the bow. So I'm tying the bow, this beautiful bow of your wedding. By the way, anybody who's been married and hired a DJ, throw a comment down and tell me that is correct, or tell me it's not correct. But here's what's happening. You have, so here's all you have to do to see if that answer is true, if that statement is true. Could your wedding coordinator do all that and tie the bow? Of course not. Could your wedding coordinator and the DJ are working together to tie the bow? But if your DJ wasn't present, here's how you know for a fact that it's not the coordinator. If your DJ wasn't present at the event, you wouldn't have the celebration, you wouldn't have the party. It would just, not to say it wouldn't be beautiful, and not to say the bow wouldn't be tied by someone, but I'm talking about this celebration bow that's just going to make it go from mediocre and sweet and nice to epic. The word epic. What does epic mean to you? Usually epic means you blew any expectation that I perceived in my mind. Like you blew that out of the water. It was epic. Again, it's not just me. It's any DJ working this hard, right? And so you take the coordinator out of the situation, and I'm telling you, I've done over 600 weddings now. I'm telling you as a fact, I've had many weddings without a coordinator, and it's not because they didn't like the coordinator or fired the coordinator. Maybe they couldn't afford the coordinator, or they just wanted to budget. That's okay. It's a little bit more difficult on me, but I can tell you as a fact, without the coordinator, I have done this epic thing that I just described. Tied a bow around every bit of money that you spend on this thing. Again, think of everything that you're spending money on, everything, down to the cologne for the day of, right? Down to the socks that you might wear, the groom's socks that you might wear on the day of, everything. The garter, right? The special cups, the special cutting knife that you might cut the cake with, the toppers of the cake, everything. Your master of ceremonies is tying the bow to that. And so this is the preamble. Right? I'm just wanting you to make sure you understand. The hiring of your DJ is so very important. The hiring of your master of ceremonies is so important. The vetting. So let's talk about the vetting. In essence, what is happening here at your vetting process to see if this is the person that I want? I'll explain it. Very simple. Very simple. Okay. It is the guy who's got the class. Now, don't take this the wrong way. You may not care about class. You may be, and this is not a pejorative, you may be ghetto, and you want ghetto. You want ghetto from the beginning of the wedding to the end of the wedding. There is no ideal of formality. And that's fine. That's 100% totally cool. Then what you would do is you would find the DJ that matches that class. And there's no chart per se, like that's better or worse than someone doing it like, I don't know, Prince Charles or, a king or a queen. That's not greater or less than. It's just a different style. And I'll tell you another style. You may want country bumpkin from the beginning. That's your class, let's call it. And you may want country bumpkin from the minute everything that you can think of. The way that you talk is country bumpkin. The way that you want your DJ to be country bumpkin. Then you would search that type of DJ's class. So I think I want to break this idea that you're going to search for a person, that their number one forte, right, is you, or you think that their number one forte is you were at another wedding and you saw everybody dancing to Pitbull or maybe to Cotton Eye Joe and whatever. And so you have this idea that that's the best DJ ever for playing a song. I want you to understand something. That ideal. Oh my God. By the way, it's so easy to mix songs. It's so easy to mix and beat match and do the siren, and it's so easy. I know there's a learning curve, but it's so easy to play Lil Jon and Pitbull and whatever. I don't want to name them all. It's crazy, right? Usher. So this is your ideal. No. You need to match whatever it is that you want to do. So country bumpkin, I already checked that off the list. And we did hip hop, right? Ghetto, right? We'll just call that completely. And that's totally cool, by the way. I've had lots of ghetto weddings. And so now we want to talk about maybe possibly what if everybody that's coming, they're coming from your church. They're all your church members. There's your Sunday school teachers, your mom, your dad, your uncles, and we're thinking maybe we wanted a little bit classy. Okay, a little different than the two that I just mentioned, country bumpkin and the ghetto. Again, nothing wrong with those two. So you're going to search for a DJ who can give you that type of feel, the more Christian feel, the more, right? Now, what if you could find a DJ that could do all three, right? And that's unbelievable if you think about it, right? Somebody who can morph themselves into all three, and that's really a master DJ. And I'm sure there's many like that out here in the Chattanooga world. You have to go look for them. You have to go search for them. But that's kind of how I want you to think about vetting your DJ, right? It's not just tying of the bow. It's how it's tied and what the bow looks like. You're tying the bow, sure, but what does the bow look like? Does it look like a shoestring? Yeah, you tied it. Does it even look like a bow? Is it just tied with what, you think about the way you can tie something and the better you tie that bow, the thicker the bow, the more voluptuous the bow, the little curly cues that the bow has down the front edge of it, right? The little curly cues, right? And how that bow is going to be tied for you. And so again, just trying to give you an idea about how to vet your vendors and how to understand the hierarchy. And I'm telling you now, there is a hierarchy here to be looked at. It just is. It's not because I said it. Oh, Mark said there's a hierarchy. There's a hierarchy of importance when it comes to these things. Now, everything, you want to look at your caterer and you want to say, I want barbecue. Well, obviously you're going to look at the barbecue caterers, right? But I'll say it with this too. Just like DJs, there's some caterers that go, yeah, we can do it all. We can do the barbecue. We can do old-fashioned fixins. We could do prime rib. We could do, the most amazing, look here as far as decoration, whatever. So yeah. When you're a professional at the catering, you can do it all. The same way as DJ, you can do it all, for the most part, right? I will say, because we live right here next to Dalton, Georgia, I would say me doing a mostly Hispanic crowd is tough. Now, by the way, my mother's passed, but she was Spanish. If you can tell, it's weird because I don't really look Hispanic. Maybe I do a little. I look like Cornholio right now, But my mom never taught me Spanish, and if she did, I would be bilingual. And my mom's maiden name was Garza, so that tells you how Spanish I am, Garza. And so I sort of look back and I wish she had taught me and my three sisters Spanish, but she didn't. So I just know my basic rudimentary, but that would really help. That would probably be my only barrier to entry. I've done a few quinceaneras and it was beautiful and fun, but I would say it would be really nice to understand the language. Now, when it comes to playing the Hispanic songs, I can do that all day, but it's still not the same as being bilingual. So anyway, that would be my only barrier to entry around here for any kind of genre kind of thing. But I want to put the tool in your hand, moms out there that are looking for wedding vendors. I'm actually going to break down while I'm doing this, while I'm prepping for my wedding here in just a few minutes. This is my little preamble. But while I'm prepping for my wedding, you're going to see live how I do it. The intricacies of behind the masterclass of the intricacies of what the DJ is doing, prepping your wedding, properly prepping your wedding, not prepping it on the day of. We're not doing that. We're prepping it well before the day of, and we're actually going to figure out all the possible fails prior to the day of. So on the day of, there are no fails. Did you hear that? Did Mark just say there's no fails? So people, when I was younger in my career, this is now a career, right? I would think there's no way to promise it. There's no way to really promise a guarantee, 100% guarantee, right? Is there a way to, no. But then I started I got closer and closer to the perfection mark, closer and closer to the 95 to 100% perfection mark. And I would have to say that at the end of my weddings, on the whole, people aren't even thinking 95 because it's so close to 100. They're just like, wow, you did perfect. I'm probably thinking 95 because I saw things that they didn't see. From the DJ booth perch, I saw things that they didn't see, and I wish it could have been better, just a little better. But most of that I wish, most of that is not DJ Mark. It's somebody performing. It's somebody else. It's a little slip up by the coordinator. It's a little lag by somebody not being in position or not having their drinks poured, or we have to wait just another minute or two. And that's so minor to the person sitting in the audience, but it's not to me. I want things when I'm told that it's time to move. I want things boom, boom, boom. And by the way, there should be no problem with that. So I'm probably all over the place, but I want to go over one other thing, and this is just popping into my mind. I have no script here. I have no script except for what I'm about to do here in just a few moments with the big screen here. Well, let me explain something to you about questions on the day of. This right here, I'm actually going to lean back and bring the microphone back a little bit and mess with this computer, whatever. It's a little goofy. I'm just going to lean back into my chair, make sure it doesn't go back too far. And I just want to talk to y'all just for a second about questions on the day of. Let me explain something to y'all about questions on the day of. And this goes to every coordinator watching this right now. You need to listen to DJ Mark. I honestly can't find, there isn't a moment on the day of the wedding, which is when I usually talk to the coordinator, prior to the day of the wedding or after the day of the wedding. There is not a moment in time where I can sit the coordinator down and go, ma'am, sir, most of the time it's ma'am, what are you doing? Why'd you decide to do that? Why'd you decide to do this? What are you doing when you're doing that? And there's so many things that I don't have time for that. I don't have time for literally going through the evening and going, why did you do that? You've messed that up, or couldn't we have done that a little bit better? And by the way, I've teased. This is how I know I can't do it. I've teased correcting people at times. It absolutely doesn't work. This is why I need everyone to understand, everyone watching this, the wedding industry is the Wild West. I've written blogs about it. Let's see if I can just kind of pop over here and show you on my website. If you like to read, well, hey, do you like to read? Let me pop over here and show you just real quick on my website. So this is my iPhone deal. It should be popping up any second. There it is. So you go up here to the top, maybe. I'm on the regular website. I'm going to refresh. You go up here to the top and you go to blogs and maybe you go to blogs. No, you go right here and you just start reading. Yeah, DJ planners maybe. So I have 3 blogs that I really want you to read. This is one of 3. Don't want to get off track too much, but let's not get off track too much. But I have so this is the DJ Planner blog. What you just looked at is a DJ Planner blog. I created a planner, not the coordination planner, a DJ planner. DJ Planner. I created this thing that asks every question prior to the day of. I want you to absorb. Take a deep breath. Go to your happy place. Because I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, I need you to listen. People that are interested in doing weddings or hiring vendors, I need you to listen to me. I have no questions on the day of. I need you to hear what I just said. I need you to absorb it into your pores. I have no further questions on the day of. I have no further questions. Why is your coordinator? Why is your photographer? Why do I can't help it. It happens every single wedding. 1,000 questions are being asked of what do we do with this and what do we do with that? And they're asking the bride. These aren't like people just randomly, right? This is the coordinator asking the bride, let me go find out from the bride. Let me go ask 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 the bride. Let me go. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Let me go ask the bride. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Let me go ask the bride. You should have asked the bride prior to the day of. I promise you, 100 times I promise you, everything that needs to be asked of the bride could have been asked prior to the day of. Almost everything. I mean everything. So you brides out there that have been married before, you know exactly what I'm talking about right now. You know precisely what I'm talking about right now. You brides that have been married, you probably, in your mind, you're thinking, yeah, on the day of, I was inundated with questions. I was so stressed out, I couldn't wait to leave my wedding. I was thinking I was going to have a great time, but I was my brain was hurting from answering so many validation questions. Why are we doing validation on the day of? It's really a full stop moment, right? I sit back and it frustrates me because I've already created a planner for me to have no questions. Why can't you? This is really, it's really hurtful, right? It's really hurtful to see the bride in this pain when our goal as wedding professionals is not pain. It's the opposite. It's bliss. It's ultimate wedding bliss. But to see these questions, these non-stop barrage of I forgot to ask you this yesterday, but could you blah, blah, blah. Oh, did you know something happened? Blah, 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 blah. And then also, that's another thing, is presenting the bride with unnecessary drama. Instead of it being the day of, for the bride, and obviously groom, but for the bride particularly, for the bride to be sitting there in total bliss, just waiting on the entertainment, waiting on the perfection that's just opens up like a dove and just this is the way it's supposed to be. Like in an absolute day of perfection of it's time. Remember, the only thing I don't have a question. The only thing that I want to say to the bride, it's time. That's actually, I got that from my wife, Sharon. Coordinator extraordinaire, ABC certified for years, Association of Bridal Consultants, actually certified to do weddings, Association of Bridal Consultants. The idea is to say, not a question to the bride, it's time. It's time to do this. It's time to do that. It's time to cut the cake. It's time to dance. It's time for the grand exit. It's time. Do you see the difference? And so ultimately, like my blog says, And it was really a revelation to write these 3 blogs and to really open up and just become self-aware of what's really happening here. It was a beautiful thing to realize, wow, here's what I realized. Each one of us in the wedding business, and I mean each one of us, is simply making it up. We're making up our own routines. We're making up our own standard of excellence. We're making up our own class. Everything about the coordinator, that is, and the DJ. Now, you can't say that for catering because there's standards of food. Everybody knows what good roast beef is supposed to taste like. Everybody knows what good potato salad is supposed to taste like. There is already standards. However, you've got your coordinator, you've got your DJ who are literally making it up, not on the fly per se, but they've just made up their own routine of excellence. They may have gotten trained underneath another coordinator and then they think they've hit a home run and they run with it. But there's hardly ever a chance, to go back to how I began this conversation about the coordinator, there's hardly ever a chance for me as a DJ to correct the coordinator. And it sounds like, well, why would you want to do? Of course we all need to be corrected. This is, don't start with that. We all need to be corrected. Oh, God, yeah, I wish that was a little different, Mark, or I wish that was a little different, whatever, somebody's name. I may say somebody's name, galaxy, person. I just made that up. But a female, like I said, usually it's a female that's doing coordination. But again, that creates, so all in all, what I want to do on this little preamble here is I want to continue to hammer in the final thing. Are you ready? The final thing is you're going to do your research, Mom. You're going to do your research, bride. Okay? How do you know? I'm smiling. I'm smiling right now. How do you know? How do you know? How do you know? I'll tell you how you know. You research what other people are saying. You don't go off of, I went to a wedding and it was crazy awesome. That's just one thing. That's not enough. I went to this thing and it was really awesome. My neighbor said you were really awesome. My friend said you were really awesome. I went to a few weddings and I think you were really No. You have to see the bigger picture. That's good, by the way. That's good confident information. But the real thing is to research what other people are saying, not just what you think. Because like I said, you could have a total misdiagnosis of what happened. Because again, I can play Little John. Anybody can play Little John. Anybody can play the Cupid Shuffle. And if the crowd is feeling it, they're going to be popping, right? You have to you really need to get somebody, and just again, in regards of DJing, you need to get somebody who's got the class for the whole event, from the ceremony to the end. And the class that you want, not just like my kind of class, Mark's kind of class, the class that you want. Is this the kind of class that you want signing off and really tying the bow for your wedding? That's really the question. And so how do you figure it out? What are other people saying? Well, what are other people saying? Well, then we have to look and see. We have really two. I like to use my last 2 fingers. We have 2 ways to find out what other people are saying. You could say 3. I'll go ahead and give it up for 3. Okay, the first one, Google reviews. Duh to the duh. Okay? If you think for 2 seconds, just 2 seconds, that the Chattanooga Best of the Best is somehow not a popularity contest with all of your friends and family members sharing a link so we can vote for the most popular, you are delusional. That's what that is. It's a popularity contest for the moment. Well, guess who's already won the popularity contests? The professionals on Google. They've already won that. They've literally already won the contest. They won it before you even started it. And the Chattanooga Times knows nothing about weddings. They're literally trying. By the way, did you know the Chattanooga Times Free Press tried to do a wedding bridal show? It failed. It was good for a couple years. It failed. It failed. It didn't make them any money. They stopped doing their bridal show. They have a home show, Chattanooga Times home show. They have probably all kinds of different shows at the Chattanooga Convention Center. But one of the things they dropped was their wedding show, their bridal show, because it flopped. This is a company trying to make money, just like you're trying to make money, whether you work at a doctor's office or a DJ company, you're trying to make money, and that's the goal. And so when your goal is to not really share the news, because I can tell you what the news is. I literally wrote blogs on the best of caterer, best of flowers, best of bridal shop, best of DJ, best of photographer, best of coordinator. It's all right here on my website. I already did all that. But guess who the best ofs are? They're not my best of. They're the best of. They're the best of by Google ranking. Come on now. They're the best of by Google ranking. Not because I like them or dislike them. The best of by Google ranking. So this is the first way. The second way is Facebook. Now, Facebook used to have a 5-star rating system. There's a lot of spam. So they changed to either you recommend them or you don't. So it's either a 100% or it's a 0%. And so that's good, possibly. I think it's a little strange. We can go into that another day. And then the third one would be, I would lean on a vendor who works all the time with all the vendors. But this is where it gets tricky. Let's say you have a photographer who has never worked with DJ Mark. Is it fair for your photographer to sit there, have the gall to sit there and say, I know the best DJ in town, when you've never worked with so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so, who's literally number 1, number 2, and number 3 on Google? Is that fair? It's absolutely unfair. It's absolutely unfair for that photographer to open her mouth about who the best is when you haven't worked with the best. So the idea that the third thing that you would take some advice on is the person that sees weddings every weekend. But that's where the caveat is. Has this person seen all the caterers in order to give you the best caterer in town? Probably not. It's a possibility after 16 years like me. It's a possibility you've eaten every single caterer out there and you can literally say your personal best, which I do not. I do not give you my personal best. It's Google-related bests on my best of blogs. So you're taking advice from a coordinator who's never seen the top 3. I'm giving this as a total example, but how could a coordinator who's never worked with the top 3 DJs tell you who the best DJ is in town? This is absurd and obscene and grotesque. It's grotesque. It's grotesque because here you can't. That's not fair. It's grotesque because I'm trying to feed my family and myself, and this is what we have. This is what we have. We have clients that are completely trusting their entire day to someone who doesn't have the full picture of perfection and giving advice as if they're the master. This is unfair. It's literally unfair. So everything I've said so far in my 33 minutes of preamble has to be weighed. So you weigh it. You weigh it right now. Mark, obviously, he wants to book clients, so he has a bias. We have to let's weigh that on one side. But on the other hand, Mark is begging me to go look at Google reviews, Facebook reviews, and to lightly, the third rail, to lightly listen to the venue owner, to the coordinator, to the caterer, to the photographer, lightly, because maybe they don't really know. They think they know, but they haven't worked with all of the DJs, and it's not fair, is it? And so there we go. I would say that's how you would weigh that, and that's what I'm trying to present to you is wedding perfection. I've tried to open up to you today on this preamble on what it means, what class really means, what the kind of class you want, the person that's going to tie your bow. I already explained how that has to be your master of ceremonies and the class of that particular person. And then thirdly, how do you vet people? I'm probably going to get really good at explaining these 3 things and all that. But this is what I want to do now is move on to my prep for the wedding. By the way, Insta, I only get you for 60 minutes today, so we're on the 34th minute. So I will be with you for another 25, okay? And then it'll automatically shut off, and I will not repost it. If you want to see the rest of the video and you're watching on Instagram, please go to either Facebook or YouTube. I have a YouTube channel, blah, blah, blah. I don't know how to find it. Just go to withclassllc.com. All right. If we have any questions about anything I'm saying, pop them into the comment section. I'll be glad to answer them for you. Let's move on. It is time to break dance. Okay. So what we have here is wedding perfection. Let me explain to you. I'm going to hide the planner just for a second because I got a weird quirk here. No, I don't. The quirk is gone. So I have what you're seeing here is on the top screen is my DJ computer, of which I just updated this past weekend. It was no easy task. Let me tell you why. Because I don't ever let my, I pushed the wrong button. I don't ever, I pushed the wrong button. All right, give me just a second. There we go. I don't ever let my DJ computer touch the internet, okay? I understand what I just said. I don't let the top screen there, I don't really let it touch the internet. So I don't think it's touched the internet in 5 years. But I got a new controller, okay, a new DJ controller, spinner, if you would say. And I decided, you know what, it is time to update that thing. I've decided I'm going to update my program and my controller and the computer itself. So it took all weekend to do that. I ran into some snags, but I got everything updated. So that's what you're seeing at the top. All the songs that I own are right there on the computer, top computer. The one in the middle is the main computer today. I am working on a wedding for this coming 12th, and it's going to start right here at the ceremony, okay? And just FYI for anybody who's watching, I will not be divulging anything private, anything that wouldn't be public already. So don't you worry about a thing. DJ Mark is going to go through this wedding, but nobody will be doxxed, so to speak, and everybody's information will remain private as far as what you would normally expect. Like I said, people are going to get married, and it's public information and things of that nature. Hey, by the way, while I'm sitting here and we had us have a second, I just want to make sure I have something correct on this. No, it's not exactly the way I want it. Give me just a second. I may just squeeze something, if it even works. Okay, I got that side. I'm playing because I had to do it live, whatever. If I could do it. Hang on. I don't know. Hold on. Almost. So now I'm going to push up. Hold on. And now I'm going to do it one more time. Come on. All right. That was one of those things I really wanted to get done. And I'm basically stretching the words. Anyway, don't worry about it. Okay, now we're ready to begin. All right, so when I first started doing the Masterclass, I kind of bopped around and I'm trying to perfect it, as you can obviously tell. But now I am ready I feel like we're perfected now. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with the ceremony, which is really the appropriate thing to do. Now, real quick prep. My bride has filled out and completed the digital DJ planner. That's what the middle screen is right there. The digital DJ planner arrives in my inbox via a spreadsheet, an actual spreadsheet, a Google spreadsheet. And I take the answers of the bride and groom and I paste them into a doc. This, what you're seeing in the middle, is already a full day's work. I call it phase 1, and that's the copy paste. So I have copied all the information that she gave me off the spreadsheet, and I have pasted it into the doc, and then I formatted the doc. So what you're seeing right here in the middle is a formatted phase 1 copy paste. We are now going to do phase 2, which is retrieve the songs. Okay, let us begin. I'm going. Do you like the way I say I'm going? I'm going. Are you going? I'm opening iTunes. I am plugging in old school iPod. Old school, tiny. Ceremony. I'm plugging in old school iPod. This is what I'm playing your ceremony on. Yes, your DJ likes to be efficient. Tiny. Apple-ish. Apple-esque. I am now plugging in the iPod for the ceremony. Just so you know, I have this for the ceremony. Where am I at? Can you see me? I don't even know if you can see that. I have this for the ceremony, and I have this for the cocktail hour. It's 2 little mini iPods. Oh, Mark, you've got old generation iPods. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Thank you. Yes, I do. All right, so you can see there that I have opened up my thing, and so that's as small as it goes. That's fine. And I'm going to push Control N. I think it's Control N for a new playlist. And I am going on vacation. Oh, come on, man. Oh, it did work. I'm going on vacation soon, this coming weekend on the 4th of July. So I will not be working. This is a wedding that's already, the bride finished early. And I was so thankful. So I texted her and she said, yeah, I'm done. You can go ahead and get started on it. So normally the wedding, the DJ planner for the bride is due 10 days prior. But this girl got her act together. It looks like she got it done like 13 or 14 days prior. Good for you, girl. Oh, great. I forgot to do something. So I'm going to X out of iTunes. Okay, hang on. Got a little ahead of myself. We'll restart this thing. So now I'm going to plug in all of my music here. iTunes likes to sync. So here we go. There we go. So iTunes is now going to see the proper songs to then sync, okay? There we go. So now we're all set. The songs are on a hard drive, and we talked about that last time. The hard drives, the backup hard drives is where I actually put my iTunes thing. Here's the backup. So here we are. We're back in 7:12. Okay, I'm going to kind of shorten this a little bit, but actually, you know what? I'm going to leave it open for just a moment. So you can see right here, we're on the middle screen, that the classical instrumental for the prelude music, contemporary country. Now I already know. Here's what you do. Check it out. Can you see this? Should I make this bigger? No. Well, no. Let's just leave it. So it says here for the pre-processional, she's got "You Are the Reason," an instrumental, and she's got "Oceans," an instrumental. That's not country, right? But up here in her prelude music genre, she has DJ's choice. You can do both classical instrumental and contemporary country instrumental. Well, let's decide in a minute here. Let's look and see the processional, right? The bridal walk is Pachelbel, canon, and Jeg in D major. Of course, I don't know how to speak that kind of language. I've never heard it like that, but I'm sure there's a way to say that. And then the unity is From This Moment On, the O'Neill Brothers. It's an instrumental. And then the outro is Can't Help Falling in Love, another instrumental. So just by looking at this, I'm going to keep it classical. I have to tell you, down here at dinner, let's take a look. See right here, same page. I'm kind of, does anybody see that I'm, okay, yes, it's a little slower. I'm on the internet on the middle one. So what you see here is country dinner song. Country is what she, so again, DJ's choice for the dinner, and there's no cocktail hour. So if she's going to do, you have to think about it as a DJ. If she's going to do country for all of dinner and cocktail hour, which there is no cocktail hour, but so all of dinner is country music, fun country music, non-instrumental country music, then maybe we should mix it up. And so she gave me two options here for prelude music of the ceremony: classical instrumental and contemporary country instrumental. I would do contemporary country instrumental, because again, she's leaving it up to DJ's choice, if some of these songs were more country. But they are not. They are kind of, sort of more reverent. So what we're going to do is I'm going to give her 40 minutes of classical instrumental. Let's get back over here and let's do it. Now, you could see here on the iTunes that I have classical instrumental already set up, a whole folder. You see there? So I'm going to go ahead and, not canon obviously, but like all the songs here on the top here, they're like number one hits, right? They're like number one hits. I'm going to do this. I'm going to first put them in a test folder. Why am I doing that? Why did you put those into a test folder? Well, because you'll see in a minute. It's a test to see how long the thing is. I'm going to remove those top songs from the playlist. So look right here at the top. It says you have 13 songs, and the 13 songs total 1 hour and 1 minute. Like, okay, well, that's a lot. I like to do it in a test album because sometimes I've already preloaded songs into their normal file, and I don't want to get confused on how long the actual prelude music is. The prelude music has to be a minimum of 40 minutes because sometimes weddings start late. So that's why I do a test album, a test playlist. So I can't play any of the, as you know, we've got copyright. I won't be playing any of these songs, which I could, but I might mute the mic at times just so I can hear it myself. Anyway, you've got some really good tunes here, which are classical. I'm going to drop the spring down to the bottom. I just don't think any of this is needed. Very good songs. Really too many. I'm just going to take this one, remove it from the playlist. It's just too many. So 55 minutes, that is plenty. And that last song it looks like it's the entire Vivaldi, spring, summer, winter, I guess. It's got the whole thing. So it's a 10, 11 minute song. So now I'm going. Did you know that? Did you know I'm going? Can I just do a shout out from one of my friends? Now I'm dragging all 12 of these songs into my ceremony folder for July the 12th. I'm going to do a shout out right now for Mr. Matt Carey. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Matt Carey. He got me when I was a young man going over and visiting him at his house, and he would say, "Oh, you're going? You're going? Where are you going?" I'm going to do. I'm going to do something. Or fixing. No, he would get me on fixing. That's it. Why did I say going? Anytime you say I'm fixing to do something, well, you're fixing? You fixing? But I didn't say fixing just now. What am I talking about? All right, we're going to get back on track. We're in the 7, 12, 26 folders. You can see I have 12 songs, 55 minutes. That is the prelude music of this wedding's ceremony. Now, it's time to walk ourselves back over here and take a look at the first song. Now, we're going to get the top half involved. Let's do it. Let's go Reason. This thing is so inductive. This search, I've already explained it, but the search here on Virtual DJ, the program I'm using for my DJ, it's the number one in all the world, number one DJ software in all the world. It's called Virtual DJ. So I'm going to put Laura. I don't even have to get the whole one. So Laura Silverman is in here. Now, how do we find it? We are going to, so you can see it right there. It's right there, okay? So I'm going. See, going's right. It's fixing that's not right, Mark. So now I'm going to, I do a lot of going. You know what I'm saying? Do you do a lot of going? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Now we're going to go over here and we're going to put in Laura Silverman, if that's how you spell her name. No, I misspelled her name. Lauras. Oh, Sullivan. Sorry. Sullivan. It is Sullivan. Sorry. Now, there it is. You Are the Reason instrumental, and we don't even have to check it. It's money. So I'm going to bring that right here. Why isn't it? Okay, there we go. So as you could see, I'll open this just up a little bit. You Are the Reason, Laura Silverman now is now song number 13, right after the prelude music. And that is enough. It is the first song, as you can see, it is the first song right here. Now let's go to Oceans, Melissa. I do not have Oceans with Melissa. Now you get to see the fun stuff here. We're going to download it. I'm going to, first, well, hold on. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I meant to copy it first and then do that. But anyway, copy. Now I'm going to YouTube. Why? Give me YouTube. Here we go, YouTube. Let's hit it, YouTube. By the way, if you did ask a question, I will, and if I don't see it immediately, I will eventually see it. Okay, here we go. We are now doing this right here, paste. Don't want to get off on those fun videos they always try to prop up there. So here we go. This is her, but it looks like a video. I do not like. This is going to be a rare exception. I will download the actual video. It is on mute. Yes, perfect. Look at this guy, still making money. Oh, Rob Lowe. Oh, that's Rob Lowe. Oh, I need to see that commercial. That's hilarious. Anyway, this woman is going to do that. I really say going too much. Don't worry, I don't say it on the mic. I have little blurbs that I say, and it's all scripted. It's all prearranged blurbs. And I type it all out. It's actually on the planner. We'll look at it here in a moment. At this moment, this exact moment in time, I am waiting on something. There it is. I don't know why I was waiting so long. Okay, now I've got my YouTube downloader. By the way, this is how I'm going to retrieve this MP3 that I do not have. No shame. I'm going to download the same as original. Delete the original video after conversion. So here it is. I'm downloading this video. It will strip the audio. I will do it same as original, so the highest quality possible. And now I'm going to download it, and it will do that in the background, okay? So now it's time to go back and realize that I have, you can see that I've highlighted that because I do not have it on my hard drive. So I need to move the song. Once it's downloaded on my computer, I have to move it to my external hard drive before I bring it to iTunes for sync. It's time to get Pachelbel Canon in whatever. Let's see if I have it. I mean, I'm sure I do. Yeah, I don't think it's a big deal. Oh, let's see there. Oh, I've got it. Academy of St. Martin in the Fields. I've got it. Yeah. St. Neville Mariner. I've got it. Hello. Can you believe I actually have that? It's a Academy of St. Martin in the Fields, but it's Sir Neville Mariner. That's what it says. So I'm going to just type in Sir Neville Mar, and here it is. Perfect. Canon in D major. I'm going to bring it up. It's in the wrong spot now. But it's now in the correct spot again. I still have to get Oceans in there. We will do that because it's still downloading. We'll do that in just a moment. Unity, O'Neill Brothers, From This Moment On. Okay. Doesn't look like I have it, but I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to copy, like I said before. We are going to highlight it. We're going to pop it over here. We're going to search, and we're going to see why I don't have this song. I do not have that song. You can, by the way, you could see if I had previously listened to it. If I had previously listened to it, it would show a little red line underneath the video there. And this isn't the video. And plus, I don't recognize that picture. I pretty much would recognize it, but it doesn't mean it's the way it is. Because what I'm saying is there's no need to download multiple versions of the same exact song. I'd just rather know that I have it and make sure that maybe if I need to relabel it, I could do that. All right, I am now downloading this song, and yes, it is not the video. Perfect. Now I'm coming back. Recessional at last. Now, the recessional is in green. Why is it in green? Because it has to be edited. Yep. And I do have an edited version, which I will grab right now. Yep. There it is. I'm going to bring it on down to the bottom. And now we have one more. Can't help falling in love. By the way, that should have been in, here's the thing. It would have been in green, and I would have to open up my Cubase system to edit the song, but I've already edited it in another life, right? In another wedding, I should say. So it's already been edited. So now it goes to yellow, not green. See what I just did there? Let's see. It's lagging. I'm watching the screen. Oh, well, yeah, it's lagging. I'm sorry about that. Oh, man, it's really lagging. I'm talking, but it's still green. That's amazing. I didn't want to hardwire both of these computers. I wanted one to be on the internet. So that's what it is. One of them's on my personal internet being brought over to the Apple. I'm using a Mac Mini. It's not working, but anyway, when you see the green disappear, it means finally something's happened with the Wi-Fi. Let's get to the last song. Can't Help Falling, Matchstick Piano. Matchstick Men have done some stuff. I've downloaded some stuff, but I've only downloaded, what's that one? You're Still the One, but not from this. No, not Can't Help Falling. Oh, so I thought I recognized that guy. So now what I'm going to do is I have to change this color. First, we're going to copy. Then we're going to change the color because I have to remind myself. Don't worry about it. I have to always remind myself of which songs need to be brought over and which songs don't. So anyway, it's copied. We're going to YouTube. We're going to paste. I know I'm working fast here, but trust me, it could be a lot faster. Oh, the piano guys. Oh. Ooh, it's not on here. I've got the piano guys, not the Matchstick Piano Man is its own person. Yes, Matchstick Piano Man is his own. That's not piano guy. So this would not be the song. This one's Piano Man Sam. That is not the same guy. The piano guys. Relaxing Piano Man. That is not him. This is where patience is absolutely a virtue. So what we're going to do now is there's no way it's not here. It's not on YouTube. We're going to go to Spotify.com, and it's going to show you something. I want to make sure that it shows the good stuff. So give me 1 second. How y'all doing out there today? Y'all having a good day? I want to just take a little sip of water. All right, we're bringing it back. I am showing you some really cool songs. This is actually my personal premium Spotify. And what we're going to do is we're going to paste that in there. Oh, wow, there it is. It's a real song, but it's not on YouTube. So here's what we're going to do right now. Check this out. You're going to love this. Okay. I'm going to pause that. I'm going to go back. Okay. And I want you to check this out. I have a program just for this. There's no way to download that song. But I have a program. It's called Voice Meter, Meeter, like meet. I'm going to meet you. And it's Voice Meter Banana, which is an upgrade, big boy. I'm going to right-click and open the sound settings. I am now going to the output device, and I'm going to make it I believe it's this one right here. Last time I did it wrong. Give me 1 second. I just have to remember which one I used last time. Why can't I remember this? Give me a second. Voice meter input. I'm going to go with this one right here. Voice meter input. Okay, perfect. Let's see what happens when I start pushing play. This will be more of a test. Let me get this to where I could see it. You guys do not hear anything? No, perfect. I think that means we're good on the recording. Now, what we're actually literally doing right now is I am going to record this song right off of Spotify. Are we ready? Perfect. Now, it doesn't matter what I say. I'm not hooked up. My voice is not hooked up to this. Now, what's happening right now is sometimes I cannot download a song, something, whatever's going on. I don't have the song, and I can't find it on YouTube to download it. I have a program just for the downloading and conversion. But I also have a version of this version. I have a program that allows me to record the song as it's being played off of Spotify. It's an unbelievable workaround, and it's beautiful. It's doing it in the highest possible audio, right? And yeah, all that jazz. It doesn't automatically stop, so I will be right here pushing stop when it's time to push stop. Can't really do anything with that computer right now. So we'll go over here and kind of play around. I've got another, whatever, half a song left. So check this out on the top page there. Check it out. I have to brag a little bit about something. I'll show you the reception one. You might not, it's on the top one. I have now got Stems version 2.0. I guess it's Stems 2.0. Now, what is Stems 2.0? Folks, this is where it's really separating the men from the boys. And I say that with no joke. Imagine taking any song that's ever been produced, and a computer system can separate the levels of that song, okay? The vocals. Now you say, oh, you could do that. You could do. No. I'm talking about to the highest possible performance mode, separating the levels of that song. The most unbelievable separation between the vocals, the instrumentation, the kick drum, the hi-hats, all on everything I just mentioned, all on separate buttons. So that if you wanted to, the song is about coming to an end, I will have to push stop. So if you wanted to, you could isolate that thing. So that's no big deal. I've heard them do that before where they drop the voice out of the song. Yes, but here's the next level, the total next level of unbelievable perfection. Are you ready? Imagine putting in an effect, an FX effect. First of all, it's done so professionally that track, that vocal track, is out of this world perfect. I'm going to take 10 seconds now to push stop. 1 second. Here we go. Perfect. Before I went to the next song, I pushed stop. And now I am going. Did you know what I'm doing? I'm going to go to my folder where I know it is, and I am going to rename it. Here it is. I put it in the YouTube downloader folder as my thing. So here we go. We're going to name that song. It's kind of sort of already right here, but I just want to make sure that I'm spelling it correctly. So here we go. Can't Help Falling in Love, instrumental, Matchstick Piano Man. I have to mute the mic. Actually, first I'm going to go back over here to the sound card, open the sound settings, and I'm going to put it back on speakers. Good. And now I'm going to just send it down. Now I'm going to listen to this song. It's actually muted. Everything is muted. So let me. Is it going to unmute? Come on, man. All right, give me a second. It's goofy. Okay. I'm not sure what I pushed. Oh, it says get help. It's trying to open. Oh, I hate that web browser. I just do not like Edge, Microsoft Edge. Microsoft Edge, go away. All right. So I'm going to mute this because I have to make sure that that it actually works. So I'm muting my mic. Perfection is perfected. It downloaded perfectly, even on mute. So everything is all set with that particular track, and it'll be ready to move over in just a moment. So I do not need to be on Spotify or YouTube anymore. We're going back to this original picture. Now, what I've done here, I'm just going to make sure, yes, we're going to make sure that I have spelled everything correctly. So I'm going to pop this open, just make it a little higher. From this moment on is the O'Neill Brothers. You could see the problem with this track is that it's not labeled properly. This is why you kind of sort of have to have a DJ who's really crazy about details. Details matter. So I downloaded it, and the video only said from this moment on instrumental. It did not say, what did it not say? The O'Neill Brothers. So I have to go back as a pro DJ, label that correctly. Now, let's look at the Ocean song. Where are my feet? Good Lord. Going back up. There's a lot of stuff going on there. I mean, the title on this particular song was so long, it has to be shortened. I'm going to leave it like this. Oceans where feet may fall, violin, and then hyphen, Melissa Voyas. You understand? That is how I'm going to label that. It's very important how we label things, right? As the DJ, you're downloading songs, you got to get it right. So as you can see on the far left, we have 3 songs that are highlighted in red-ish, purple. And there are 3 songs that I just downloaded right here. These are goofy songs. Don't worry about it. I need to do something with those. Why are they still there? I need to figure that out. But I can't just bring them over to iTunes. I have to first get them off of my hard drive here on my desktop onto my external hard drive, which we're going to do right now. If you recall, I'm not even in that. I'm at this page is already right here, right? That's what that's supposed to be. We're just going to make it. I'm going into the folder here where I'm going to paste it. All right, so now I'm just going to do this real quick, double click, and now I'm going into the YouTube folder. Now then, bringing this back up, we don't have to worry about, let's bring up that thing again. So now I'm going to take the song, these 3 songs, 1, 2, and 3, and I'm going to push Control C, which is copy. I'm bringing them over here to the folder, which is one of my external hard drives, not the one that you see on top. There's 2 external hard drives. The one that you see on top, we'll be doing that in a minute, but I'm going to push paste. You can see that it has pasted it right here. See the 3 songs at the bottom? I am now going to bring them up because now they're on the external, which is where all my songs are. I'm bringing them up. It doesn't matter where, and now they're officially in the folder. Now it is time to make this bigger and finalize my ceremony. After I finish this, I will be finished with the ceremony, completely finished. So here we go. On the left, you can see all the songs, right? At the very top, you've got the prelude music all the way to number 12. You see that right there? But the next song is You Are the Reason, instrumental by Laura Sullivan. The next song is Oceans, just happens to be in the right spot. The next song is Pachelbel. So right after Oceans is Pachelbel. There it is. The next song is From This Moment, which it is. The next song is At Last. It's not. I'm dragging. And the next song is Matchstick Piano, instrumental, Can't Help Falling in Love. Ladies and gentlemen, perfection is perfected. And now I will go to the iPod itself. I will go to music, This is the way I have it set up. Not my other iPod is set up differently. My other iPod is totally set up differently. When I drag a song into my blue iPod, the song is literally already automatically put onto the iPod, the actual MP3. However, with my red iPod, my ceremony iPod, I had too many songs on there. And so once upon a time, I just decided to change it all up and do a deep dive into how to do it. And I figured it out. It's not easy, whatever. And now, as you can see from this page, I need to sync. So I need to uncheck last week's ceremony, which is Sunday, last Sunday. And I need to check 7/12/26, which is I get a week off. I'm going on vacay. And I'm now going to push apply. And it will now sync. It will delete the last week's songs, and it will bring on the new songs. It will actually bring on the MP3s now, but it will pull from the proper hard drive. We don't have to wait on that. But you could see right up here at the very top, if you can see my cursor, it is syncing to the iPod. I'm going to downscale that. I'm going, and I'm going to take these songs and I'm going to say, call it a day. I'm now unhighlighting the entire thing. What we have, ladies and gentlemen, is a completed ceremony. I am done. All I need to do is perform the ceremony, which is perfection. Let's actually do this real quick. This is kind of fun. Good Lord. So at the top, see what I'm doing here? We're doing dinner music. Genre is country. Oh, it's so easy. Dinner songs, DJ's choice. So I'm going to go over here. First of all, I have to reset this. I just have to reset it. I don't want to get into it. It's too much explanation. But if anybody wants to know, let me know, and I will explain it. But long story short, now we're set. The reception 1, which is going to be 7/12/26. I'm going to delete a few things. So we're going to delete Crazy in Love, First Dance, Father of the Bride, Mother of the Groom, Bouquet Toss, Last Dance, and Grand Exit. Ooh, what did I just delete? Oh, man. Did I just delete Katie? I did accidentally. Come on back here, Katie. Sorry about that. These aren't always the Grand Exit, so I'm just going to move them up here. So what you see in between the colored songs, the purplish, those are just place markers. Those are Marvin Gaye place songs, place markers. So I can see everything in the middle will actually be the reception. We're going to begin later, but first let's go to cocktail hour and get rid of all this. This was last week's cocktail hour. We don't need any of that. Those are the place setters, remember? Here's the fast and slow of yeah. Oh my God. You know what? I can't. Let me tell you something, y'all. I'm not even playing. Listen to me. I'm going to take a little break here anyway. Last Friday's reception-only dance party was out of this world. Out of this world. And I've only have maybe one of those. It's the moon aligns perfectly. I'm DJing the same every weekend, which is epic, right? Epic, right? Every single weekend. I'm doing the same thing. There's nothing that I'm not doing. I'm doing the same flavor. Boom, boom, boom. Same flavor. It's really the bride's flavor because she gets to choose all the songs. But I'm saying it's still DJ Mark. And I'm just killing it last Friday night. It was amazing. It was absolutely the most incredible dopamine experience ever. And because, I don't know how to say this, but I'm telling you, if I posted all this stuff, you would be inundated and you wouldn't want to follow me. I'm telling you. I have more digital content than anyone in the wedding business that I know in the Southeast. Anyone. I challenge you to just imagine that you have more digital content than me, and let's go, because I will prove you wrong. Probably terabytes. All online, by the way. All on the internet for quick click consumption. Not like I have more than maybe you have on your home hard drive. I'm talking about clickable internet content right now. I have more than anyone in the wedding business, bar none. Probably, like I said, by miles, probably by countries, continents. And it's a brag, yeah, because the whole goal is to show your talent proof. You have to show the proof of your talent. That's what that is. Let's get back to the main scene. I had a little break there. I needed it. But this playlist is was so good. I told myself, I told myself, bro, you, sir, you, sir, have got to save this playlist. That's what I told myself. So let me just do something here. I've got to save the playlist. It was so good. I didn't get to all the songs either, but it was so good. I told myself I was going to save the playlist. So I'm going to do it in this folder. Okay, so it's Reception 3 folder. So I'm going to take this one, which some of these are not bangers. But I'm just going to take the whole thing and bring it over to this one, just because it's just incredible. Bring this all the way down to the bottom. I'll go through that later, but that's how much of a banger set that this wedding was. And I absolutely kid you not. And it was Hispanic. So we got to do Hispanic songs, Latino, right? Like I told you, my mother's maiden name is Garza. I am half Latino. So anything I say about Latino, good or bad, I have a license. I am half a Latino. No one knows that. It's funny. My dad's a tall Scotsman from Scotland. Half Scottish anyway. That's where I get my height. So here we go. We are now set. So I've deleted all the extra songs in the Fast and Slow, the Dinner, and the Cocktail. And Reception is ready to go because these two songs I need to keep in between. So now we're going to just easily find out where the country is. I have a Dinner country set, and I'm literally, besides that one, this is so amazing, I'm going to drop kick this right into the Dinner, which she said there was no cocktail hour, but of course there is going to be a cocktail hour. There's always a cocktail. There's some kind of transition. It's probably going to be 10 to 15 minutes, but it's always a transition. So we'll just go ahead and start with my country. These are country banger, but not for dancing. Country banger dinner, right? That's what that is. I just pulled it out. I've got dinner indie, dinner country. So here we go. We're already done, and I'm going to pull back over here. Oops. I'm going to pull back over here, and I'm going to, because it's DJ's choice, and I'm going to check that box, baby. Now then, great entrance. Taylor Swift. It's already in the folder because I use it all the time. Oh, I'm not supposed to. Okay, I'm going to hold off for just 1 second. All right, hold off for just 1 second. I'm still going to work. It's because I have to hide that for a reason. It's a special song. No one's supposed to know about it. We Belong by Valens. We belong together. Again, you can't hear these songs because of copyright violation, but I'm throwing that into the folder. And now I'm going to, I can't, okay, I'm going to have to do that, just do that later. I'm just going to do that later. Okay, so I know you can't see that, but I'm going to do that later. I'm going to look up Landslide. Now, Fleetwood Mac has two versions of Landslide, okay? And it's one of them's the live version, which is clearly the best version. However, at the beginning she says, "This one's for you, Daddy." And that one's the dance. The live one is called the dance. And of course, she says, "This one's for you, Daddy." I have to validate which version the bride would like. Did you hear what I said? This one's for you, Daddy. All right, just kidding. We are now back to the screen, and I'm going to do Dreams. So we have Sweet It Is. Again, I'm going to hide the planner for a moment. Give me just a second. We Belong Together. Landslide. And then Dreams. Okay, we're bringing it back. I hope. Okay, good. All right, good. So now we're going to do the cake song. What's her name? This one's for you, Daddy. I wonder if it's her real dad. I don't think it's her real dad she's throwing out to. Stevie Nicks. This one's for you, Daddy. Okay, until I found... Stop saying that. Okay, I did the wrong song until I found you. Until I found Pine. Bourbon Pine. Don't have it. So now you guys are in a treat again. You're in a treat. Did you know it? Copy. It's doing something funky, so I have to fix it. I don't know why it does that. Anyway, here we go. Until I Found You. We are about to download that bad boy to right here. By Bourbon Pine. This is what they want for their cake cutting. And there it is. We're going to copy. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, I'm back. It started to be a commercial, so we're good. But still, don't like to mess that up. It was from the other thing I did. So here we go. We're going back over here, and we are downloading. We are downloading. Downloading. Oh, that's interesting. It's actually making me want to go back over here and look. Why is it only saying 2 songs? Now that is interesting. I thought we downloaded 3. Huh. We downloaded that one. Oh, no. Okay, now I got it. That one was the one we recorded. Okay, I'm good. Everything's fine. Okay, so now it's already actually ready, but I'm not going to mess with it just yet because remember we have to bring it over, and I'm just not ready to bring it over. I have to do the rest of this. So Until I Found You is ready to go, and then of course we're right here at the end anyway. Bob and Rocky Top. The Osborne brothers bring it over. Okay. Okay, so wait a second. Oh, that's right. So the cake. Hold on. Bob's coming at me. So Dreams Come True. Yep, cake. And then we're doing a faux exit with Bob. But it's going to be followed up with Rocky Top. Then later on, Okay. Chapel of Love, Dixie. The Dixie Cups. Bring it over. That's the way I like it. That's the way I like it. Did you hear what I said? I'm just going to go ahead and get these loaded. So then we're going to come back. Oh, wait a second. You know what? Yeah, she's going to want to do those. She's going to want to do those. I'm going to have to talk to her about doing these. Okay, so this is where the professional in me literally shines. I am making a note at this moment. Ask bride to move these to before G exit. Why am I asking the bride for that? And why am I doing this? So watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to highlight it with a different color. Why am I doing that? Because she left a note that says that the photographer is leaving at the grand exit. But why would we do the bouquet toss and garter removal after the grand exit? We wouldn't. And she has that listed incorrectly. Do you see how she has that listed? After the photographer leaves? So this is why you're hiring me. Can we just get real? This is why you're hiring somebody who knows what the heck they're doing. Because just now, prior to the wedding, I might have just literally affected, like totally and 100% affected the outcome of the wedding. You go ahead and do the bouquet. She wants to do a faux exit before the photographer's time is up and the contracted time is up. So why would we do important things after that? Now I can understand doing the last dance, saving that to the very, very end, and that's fine. I may ask her that too, but I just think the bouquet toss and garter removal might be really awesome to have that on as pictures. But I will ask her to see if she really thought that through. So that's why I made a note. I will be doing a finalization, as I normally do with every bride. So let's get to the next song, Hot for Teacher. So we got Chapel of Love, and then, of course, That's the Way I Like It, and then Hot for Teacher. I could if I wanted to. I could pull all the songs before I got them in order. Holding Out for a Hero. Is it Bonnie? Yeah, Bonnie. Bonnie Tyler. Holding Out for a Hero. Oh, you know what? I've got to put that in. I'm holding out for it. Is that an 80s? I think it's 80s. Oh, is it 80s? I've got to put that in my 80s folder. I forgot to put it in there earlier. Okay, Take the Money and Run. Steve Miller Band. Go ahead and load it now. Oh, Lord, it's hilarious. It's loading, and it's doing the stems. See what it's doing? It's doing the stems. Every time I load a song, it automatically does the stems. Anyway, putting that into the reception folder. Last Dance, Cross My Heart. George Strait. Frank. And then Blue Sky Almond with a real exit. There it is, 5 minutes on. Let's get back into this one. Let's do Hot for Teacher, Holding Out for a Hero, Money and Run, Cross, Frank. It's my little exit thing, and then Blue Sky. Okay, it's great. I'm actually going to ask her also to Last Dance. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Meaning she's doing 2 grand exit songs. What if we could do the bouquet toss, the garter removal, a quick first last dance, do the grand exit, and all that's on the photographer's thing. Because as of now, the photographer is going to miss the last dance. What if we just did a quick little last dance? And then later we did a second little last dance. I'm game. It doesn't, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. It's not weird. Trust me. I wouldn't, everything that I suggest is for the benefit, the absolute crescendo benefit of the bride and groom. And that's the way I like it. Okay, so we are done with all that. And there are specific instructions on how he wants me to start the Steve Miller song and Hot for Teacher, but guess what? I'm going to do that already. I don't even have to look at the times, but I will look at his times just to make sure I'm on the same page, but I will be able to cue that right here on my DJ controller. I can't do it right now because obviously I would have to listen to the song and mute the mic. So I'm not going to put you guys through that. I will do that later. So I'm not going to unhighlight this yellow until I've done that. As a matter of fact, I'll highlight it with this. This is also a good one to do for me. This is not for the bride. The colors indicate what I need to get done, and the red, the purple is what I need to get done, and the what is it? Bluish is what I need to ask the bride. I found it interesting that she left the caterer blank. She left that totally blank. So that's why it's highlighted in blue. Anyway, let's get down here to our extra songs. And as you notice here, I will be moving to the fast and slow folder. Here we go. Where is my husband? Do you know where my husband is? I don't know. Do you know? Where is my husband? In a strange way, oh, sorry, I had the wrong one there. Oh, the Man of Constance. Oh, the Soggy Bottom Boys. You know, I'm going to put both of those, and I'm going to ask her, because I feel like the Dwight Yoakam version is better. Whenever I have a question for the bride, I have this little, what is that character even called? And I always do that little character as if this proves that she didn't write it, I wrote it. So I'm going to put Yoakam, if I can spell, Yoakam or Soggy. Question mark, question mark, question mark. No, it just needs one question mark. Yoakam or Soggy. I like the Yoakam version. I'm not going to let you, I can't play it for you, but trust me, you need to go listen to the Yoakam. By the way, can we just get something straight, laid out right now? Is Dwight Yoakam the greatest country singer that has ever lived? And I don't want to be blasphemous to anybody out there who loves, let's say, probably what I just put up there, George Strait. Is it between George Strait? Honestly, I'm talking about best of the 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 best. Obviously, Garth is good, ridiculous. Obviously, some people would say Tim McGraw. He's not even in my top 10. I just don't like his music. I don't like his voice. I think it's not authentic to me. But Dwight Yoakam is absolutely, to me, the greatest country singer that has ever lived. I mean, to me, he's like, and it's weird that they look similar, but he's the Tom Petty of rock and roll. Tom Petty and rock and roll. End of story. Really, truly, end of story. Tom Petty. And then you have Dwight Yoakam. But maybe you could classify Tom Petty. He's really got that Tom Petty like what would you call it? Conservative rock? You know, because then you've got AC/DC. Maybe they're the best, right? We know that the heavier rock and roll is without question Metallica, without question. The heavier, I would say, but I wouldn't even call that metal rock. It's just heavy rock. Would you call that hard rock? Hard rock would be Metallica. And then, conservative rock, Tom Petty. Is there any doubt? Pop rock, the Beatles. Right? But anyway, that's a group. Maybe you want to separate groups from individuals if you really wanted to say best of the best. But this is why I love me some Dwight Yoakam. We get in the car, me and my wife, and we're going on a trip. I'm literally saying, pull up, not the Dwight Yoakam playlist or radio. Sorry, radio. Dwight Yoakam radio means I have to listen to people other than Dwight Yoakam. Not going to happen. I want to hear Dwight Yoakam playlist. I want to hear nothing but Dwight Yoakam for the rest of the ride. Thank you very much. I will let you know when I am when I am tired of Dwight Yoakam. Oh, yeah, you taught me how to hurt so good and cry myself to sleep. Don't worry, I won't be singing on your mic, okay? Let's do another one. Can I just tell you guys something? I'm going to switch views because I need a little break here. Can I tell you something? And I say this without joking, just like I wasn't joking just now about Metallica and all that. I'm not joking about Tom Petty or Dwight Yoakam. I'm not joking. I want to tell you something. Not that it matters to anybody, but I'm telling you right now, I have discovered what I consider the greatest jewel of a musician in my entire lifetime. And it's like I don't even care that he's not getting enough recognition. That's not the point. The point is I don't want to stop listening to this person ever. I literally don't want to hear, like I told you with the Dwight Yoakam radio. I don't want to hear this person's radio. I want to hear the playlist. I want to hear it on repeat. I want to hear them all. I want to hear them over and over. And guess who it is? I think this person might be greater than Elton John. Now, I know that some of you guys are going to slam on your brakes if you're listening to this, watching this, and you're going to say, how could you say it? I'm telling you right now, the name I'm about to mention, this person is better, Better, better than Elton John. And I am a humongous Elton John fan. Humongous. I've got his greatest hits fake book back there. Fake book means I can play my guitar to his songs. I've got his greatest hits. The name I'm about to mention is greater than Elton John. He is by far the greatest, not probably by far when it comes to Elton, but by far, he peaks Elton easily. His name is Ben Folds. Some of you are like, who is that? I've never even heard of this person. Benfolds. Ben Folds is without a doubt the best. Again, close second Elton John. Close second. If you're not listening to Ben Folds on repeat, you need to look into it. Okay, anyway, I've said enough. Fun stuff. It's time for, I had to take a little break there, okay? So now it's time to get back to my nonsense here. It's not nonsense, to my seriousness here. What do y'all think? I'm a man of constant sorrow. Would you rather hear the Yoakam version or the Soggy Bottom Boys? I would rather hear the Yoakam version, but unless you've heard both of them, you cannot comment. It is time for the line dances. Cupid. I'm bringing over Cupid Shuffle. Bring it on over. I'm going to do Cha-Cha Slide. Here it is. Bring it on over. I'm going to do Toby Keith, Red, White, and Blue. Love this song. It's close to 4th of July, so why not? She's got these are all her songs. Family Tradition. Hank Williams Jr., of course. Is that a family tradition we're about to do? Oh, no hands. Hello. Of course, this is a winner. We are going to do Hot for Teacher, which I've already put on the list. Cripple Creek. Man, this is my kind of... Can I just tell you? Oh, my goodness. The band. Hold on. You better... okay, that's what I was going to say. The band. There is, when it comes to... What would you call that genre? I mean, it's so country. What would you call the band? It's incredible. All right, hold on. I've got a lot of their songs ready to go. Um, always, always, always. Levon Helm. I don't ask me why. It just broke my brain. Levon Helm, one of the greatest, one of the greatest, one of the greatest. He's just really good voice. Oh, I love some of his songs. Burnin' for You, Oyster. Oh yeah, Blue Oyster Cult. Did I bring it over? Yeah, Blue. Blue Burning. I knew it was Burn In. So there's that. These are all must plays. You can see they have an asterisk here. I have them all, so guess what? These get the no color. There, I'm finished with that. Now the slow dances. Elvis Can't. Bring it on over. We are doing Grow Old, Florida, Georgia. There it is. We are doing Rest Lives, Tim. Ooh. 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 Don't have it. Tim McGraw, Faith Hill, The Rest of Our Lives. That is a true glitch. It's aggravating me. It's weird too. Before I get off of that page, I'm going to highlight Bourbon Pine because it didn't download properly. I mean, okay. I don't want to explain everything, but here we go. Guitar cover. Got it. Now it's properly labeled, and I can go and push enter here. The Rest of Our Lives. Official video. We do not want that. We want this one right here. We don't want a live version. I'm going to probably put this on mute when this comes. I just want to make sure that this is not a bad version. I want to make sure this is a good version. Give me just 1 second. I don't know if you could even see that it's loading. Okay, muting. Okay, it took me a while to figure that one out. But by the way, it looks like it's frozen in the middle, but it's been off that page for quite some time now. I don't know. What can I say? It's frozen. I may have to switch to stop doing it off the internet and just delete that program from my computer. Sorry about that. Okay, so we are downloading the proper song, and we are back to being not muted. Oh, did I download it? I did not. Let's get it done. Downloading it now. Yeah. Okay. So everything is good except for. Okay, so what we're going to do here. Yeah, we're just going to go right here into this folder. And we're going, these are our place setters, and there's nothing in between the two place setters. I have to get this moving. Again, the middle screen is locked. Okay, now it's back to normal. Who knows? That's too weird. Anyway, we're going to put the slow songs in between the place setters. Let's make sure we know what they are. There Can't Help Falling and Grow Old. Okay. The third one's going to be Rest of Our Lives, but it's downloading right now. Now, obviously, these are all must plays. I'm just going to leave them all in the same folder, but I'm going to go ahead and put the line dances right here. And of course, Where's My Husband is the Bridal Party Ladies song. The Bridal Party Guys is Man of Constant Sorrow. So I'm going to put that above that. There's two versions, the Soggy Bottom Boys and Dwight. So I'm going to put those, and I'll figure that answer out later. So what we have here in the middle, I'm just splitting it up here. So everything above Cupid Shuffle are line dances and ladies song, bridal party ladies, bridal party guys. And then, because I like to ask that question. And then, of course, the slow dances are in between here. And I'm going to bring it over. So at this point, I'm done. I'm going to make sure that all the songs are downloaded and converted. They are. Perfect. Here they are. I'm going to relabel this without the word lyrics. Okay. And yeah, so easy. I'm going to copy these. It is going to give me a warning that 3 songs are already on here. I don't care. It just makes it easier for me. I'm going to push paste. I copied it, and I'm going to say skip these files. So it's moving over 2 items. You can see them here at the bottom. Perfect. Now, I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to bring those songs up in just a moment. So here we go with the eject. I have to eject it. Now I can finally show you. Here's my backup 2 terabyte hard drive. It's tiny as my hand. I'm going to go over here. It saves everything that I loaded, okay? It saves it. And now I'm going to eject it over here. It is ejected. It is ejected. So I'll just check it one more time. It is. So here we go. Ejecting. You can see here it's not. Same thing. 2 terabytes. And now I'm going to plug it into the computer. And now we're going to move everything over permanently. We're going to exit now, we're going to cut it. We're going to go over here to All Music, Needs Backup, and Control V, which is paste. All songs are now here in the proper place. They're actually on both hard drives. I'm exiting. I'm ejecting. I'm ejecting. I'm moving it back over. If you hear some noise, they're finally paving my front yard or whatever, my front road. It's been horrible. Anyway, yeah, they're real actual pavers if you hear that noise. Okay, so now we're bringing this back up. And that's for me later, isn't it? Okay, I already finished this. Now, bringing this back up. We're double clicking. Let me just look here because I wonder why I'm doing some stuff. Ooh, that has to be brought over. Okay, perfect. Okay, we don't want to show anymore. Okay, got it. Worry about that later. Okay, cake. So here's the thing. I have to go. We're talking about the top picture there. I have to go into my local music, my drives. Okay, my extreme, my music, my needs backup folder. I'm going to right click it. I'm going to batch, and I'm going to add to search database. Okay. It's going to add the songs that we just brought over. I know it's just 5 songs, but I only needed 2. But we're going to go into fast and slow. And we're going. Oh, Lord. First, let's do the cake, which is the reception. There it is, Bourbon Pine. We can load it. We can load it now. You can see right here, Bourbon Pine. It's loading. It's now in the reception folder. And it's now over here. It's going to be right above Bob. I got to find Bob. There we go. There it is. So we've got dreams, make my dreams come true, and then Bourbon Pine, and then Bob, and then Rocky Top. Because I've finished with that, I am now going to unhighlight. I really say it a lot, man. What am I doing? Okay, I can't go any higher. There is something I need to work on up there. Anyway, so Chapel of Love. That's the way. I'm not going to unhighlight this because remember I wanted to move these around. Hot for Teacher. Holding Out for a Hero. Take the Money and Run. Cross My Heart. And Frank, which I am. Taking those off. I need to come up with another word. And then this one, taking this off. I'm gonna ask Grok. Hey, Grok, what's another word, right? Obviously I have this one, so I can take this off of highlight. And okay. I'm just going to leave that alone. And now we're going to look up this last song. What? What happened here? Hold on, this ought to be fun. Life. I already had it. Okay. It's not lives. It's life. Okay. So now I have 2 versions. Don't like that. Don't like that at all. But I'm bringing up the original. I just misspelled it. It was there. So this is Slow Dances. Did I just put that in the right folder? No, I didn't. Now I have 3 slow dances, and there we go. We're going to unhighlight these, and that is completed. So all I got to do is figure out which of these versions she wants of the Constant Sorrow, figure out why the caterer was left totally blank, which there has to be food, right? Otherwise, I'm going to have to bring a lunchbox. Figure out whether she wants the bouquet toss and the garter removal before the photographer leaves. So I'm going to leave that where it's at, and I'm going to leave this in purple because I still need to check those times on the songs he wants me to start them at. Most people don't do that because they figure out I can do it. I can already do that by myself, but I always try to acquiesce to their choice, to their ideal of it. Sorry, I'm going to hide the planner so I can go up and look at this. I'm going to ask her which version of Landslide she wants. And I'm also working on something here it's a secret song no one's supposed to know. So there we go. I have finished. I am done. I'm done, baby. The dishes are done. The dishes are done. The dishes are actually done. Now, if you recall last week, what is it? We're at exactly 2 hours. Perfect. So last week I was on here for 2 straight days because I had two weddings that were very, plus I was trying to work out the details of this masterclass. Okay. In a masterclass, you're not going to learn everything. This is like, you're going to learn a lot, but you're not going to learn everything. There's rhymes and reasons why I've done all this the way that I've done it, this particular way that I've done it. Just to recap on one little thing. At a ceremony, I kind of laugh and I'm just kind of shaking my head. At a ceremony, you will not find DJ Mark with a laptop. Get a hold of yourself. Get a hold of yourself. Oh, have you gotten a hold of yourself? Thank you for getting a hold of yourself. You will find DJ Mark with an iPod. An iPod. There it is. Always double check. 71226. All my music is right here loaded, including the main ones. You Are the Reason instrumental. Oceans, Where My Feet May Fall. Pachelbel, Canon in D. From This Moment instrumental. At Last, with the intro edit, and Matchstick Piano Man. They are all lined up. I will now turn this off and I will stack it right here. Now, I have to tell you one thing. Ooh, I'm glad I thought of this. Yeah, let me pull up the ceremony just to show you, because on the ceremony you'll see. I should have done this. Okay, I should have done this. Let's go back for just a moment. Oh, sorry. Back and then back. There it is. So, yeah, very important to think about this. I should be looking at the dinner there, right? Okay. Very important. I will be set up outside. Not my favorite spot, but for this reception, and it's a ceremony, but it's at Howe's Highlands Chapel. I will be set up outside. It's one of my last gigs that I booked that allows me that's booked, and it's there's no verbiage in there for me not to be outside. I don't take any more events outside in the elements. Even if it's sunny day, I don't want to be outside in the elements. There's always nuance to where the sun's going to be. There's nuance to 30% chance of rain. I don't even want to mess with it anymore. So I stopped taking events outside, outdoors, totally. Unless you have a tent or like without a doubt, I'm not going to get rained on. Then we can talk, and I'd love to chat with you. And so, sorry, I have to have standards for my equipment to survive all these years. So therefore, I will be outside. Well, what happens inside where everybody's eating in the air conditioning? You've got a dinner playlist, right, Mark? Well, since she put country DJ's choice, guess what I have on this little bad boy? I've got a full-fledged country playlist, and I will be playing it inside the downstairs of Howe's Highlands Chapel. While everybody's in the AC, they will be listening to this beautiful blue iPod play country music. Beautiful, awesome country music. Now, I should add one little tidbit. What happens if you were to double a song? Like play a song twice? That's not a good look. For example, I'm outside during that 10 to 15 minutes of cocktail hour. I told you there's going to be 10 or let's say 10 to 15 minutes. She says there's no cocktail hour, but there has to be some kind of a transition, period. There has to be a transition. By the way, I'm charging my blue iPod. I know it's already fully charged, but I'm crazy like that. It's fully charged. It's going to be fully charged. Well, for that 10 to 15 minutes of songs, what if I play, I don't know. Let's just say I played Dwight Yoakam, whatever song. It could be anything, whatever. Well, let's just say I play Marty Stewart. Okay, fine. I play Marty Stewart song. But then you go inside, and I'm doing dinner music now. Time has passed, and all of a sudden, on my blue iPod, guess what comes up? The Marty Stewart song for a second play. not a good look. How will you defeat that possibility? Well, in this case, I'm already thinking in my head, let's see if we can defeat that possibility. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go, look at the top of the screen there, and I'm going to go into the cocktail hour. Sorry, I put it in dinner. Remember all these songs I told you that were, because it's DJ's choice? I am now going to double check. Let's double check that any song that will be played during dinner isn't going to be played during the 10 to 15 minutes of cocktail hour from my main DJ booth console. Do you understand the difference now? So here we go. I'm unlocking it. I'm going to my music. I'm not going to put this on the screen because it's not set up that way. But I'm going to go to my playlists, and it says right here, Country Cocktail Hour. Oh, yeah. And let's just do the first few. Actually, no, let's not. How would I do this really quickly? I don't want to have to go through all of these songs. And I can't see a full list at this moment. So how would that work? I almost wish I had this plugged in. So you know what? I'm going to plug it in. Yeah, I'm going to plug it in. And it's totally fine to plug it in because everything... Oh, dang it. Put this back in there. I have to put in the external hard drive because it likes to read off of the external hard drive. It's fine. It should be fine. Let's find out if it's fine. Oh, no, it's fine because I haven't opened up iTunes. Let's reopen iTunes right here at the bottom. Perfect. Everything's set. And now opening iTunes. So the idea is to check the inside cocktail hour playlist with the 10 to 15 minutes of songs that I know that I want to play in this folder. See how this is diligence on display. This is one of the many reasons, whether you comprehend what I just said or not, try to follow along. It is literally why you are watching a masterclass of DJing right now. It is so low-key, sorry, not low-key. It is so high-key, party foul to replay a song in this manner. It is a party foul extraordinaire. Somebody heard the Marty Stewart song, and then they heard it again. This DJ, you know what? SU, you fill in the, you do the rest of the letters. SU, this DJ, not good, not good, not good. So what I'm going to do is, I've got the DJ Mark iPod set up, and I'm going to scroll down here to Country Cocktail Hour. And here they are. It's 2 hours and 31 minutes. So now I'm going to go to the search bar. And let's just do because it's the song is right here. Oh, that's interesting that it didn't do the search. Well, hold on. Oh, yeah, it's doing it. Obviously, it did Blackberry Smoke. Okay, so now I'm going to do Perfect. The first song is not there. Perfect. The second song is not there. Perfect. The third song is not there. Dwight Yoakam, Guitars, Cadillacs. There is no Dwight in the cocktail hour. Okay, good. There is no Islands in the Stream. Good. There is no Be My Baby Tonight on the blue. There is no Lady Antebellum on the cocktail hour playlist. There's Country Squire, but there is not All Yourn. Perfect. There is no Must Be Love. Alan Jackson. Want to dance with you? There is no, I just want to dance with you. Or, sorry. There is no just want to dance with you. Perfect. And now do the last one. Cheeseburger in paradise. There's no way it's going to last more than that. So here's what I'm going to do. There's just no way. So I know for a fact, Control All. Well, actually, I don't need to do that. But anyway, I know for a fact that everything on this first page, everything right here, swinging to Cheeseburger in Paradise is not doubling what I know is on my blue iPod. Okay? So I'm just going to X out of here to show you again all the songs that are in my country cocktail hour playlist, and not a single song is going to be played twice. DJ Mark, thank you and good night. Thank you. You are amazing. Did I mention you're amazing? You're amazing. Not really. Well, my wife thinks I am, so how about that? So, okay, I'm now bringing this back to be charged. See, this is what you call going the extra mile and making sure that everything is perfect, okay? We'll bring it back. I'm done. I am going to confidently get off here in just a minute. Actually, I'm going to leave this on because I have to do that special song that no one's supposed to know about by the father of the bride. So I have to do that little thing, but I'll do it after I get off these here internets. Does anybody have any questions? This has been a masterclass in DJing. The masterclass in the wedding prep that you have no idea what's going on behind the scenes. I am helping you figure this out. If you have any questions, I'm here for you. My name is DJ Mark. My company is With Class Weddings, and you can find me at withclassllc.com and also ChattanoogaWeddingDJs.com. How about that? Please read my blogs. I have 3 beautiful blogs. Let me just pop you back over here. Make sure that you know what to do here. I have 3 blogs. You see this right here? Must read DJ blogs. Look at this guy. Is he actually dressed in a digital DJ planner? A physical DJ planner? Not really. That's AI. Okay. But I also gave Grok credit right there. XAI. I gave him credit. And so please check out my 3 wedding blogs. It's actually a full-fledged explanation of how it is that you become a master DJ. It's the preparation prior to the wedding. It's the master of plans on the day of, and it's digital sound and MC, which is master of ceremonies dominance. It's absolutely a master class. All 3 of these blogs must read, figure out something, and understand how to search for your DJ. This is DJ Mark reminding you about JC today. Jesus Christ, the Son of the living God, my Lord and Savior. And thank you for what you've given me, God. Thank you for what you've done for me. And I pray your mercy on America. God bless you all. I'll see you next time. Hey, I will see you next time. It's going to be a little bit before I get the next video out because, like I said, next weekend, I'm actually, this prep right here was for the 12th of July. So you won't see me until I have to prep for the next wedding. So happy vacation if you're taking one, and happy 4th. God bless you all. I'll see you in the funnies, but who says that? Nobody says that. Here's what I'm supposed to say. I'm supposed to say, this is DJ Mark reminding you to help control the DJ population. Have your party with class. It's withclassllc.com. God bless you.